Hello guys, it's me Karthik. Hope you guys are doing really good. So we are continuing our discussion on HTTP client, and we have discussed this HTTP client being added in Java 11 and the components of HTTP client, and we have implemented how to do a get call with HTTP client, post, put and delete as well. In post itself we learned how to do a post call with JSON body, with no body, with plain text as an input, right? And now what we are going to do is we are going to do this file as a body. That means I'm going to send a body to an API, a API in a post call, but that body will come from a file. Okay, so for that purpose I have created this particular file called input.txt. Okay, and I'm adding this. Okay, text. This is a normal text. That means I'm going to send a plain text to the API. Okay, but this should come from a file. How we can do that, we will see here. Okay, so first let me take a void method. Later we'll try to improvise this. Okay, post from file as body. Okay, so here what we can do is, since we are sending a file, let me send that file from my input as a request body in our API. Okay, so I will have a parameter called string path. Okay, now we have three important components in HTTP client. What are those? HTTP client and HTTP request and response, right? So let's implement HTTP client first. Okay, sorry, not HTTP client. Let's implement HTTP request first. Okay, HTTP request dot new builder dot build. Okay, now to this let's add the fields like URI. Okay, new URI. Okay, what is that API that we are planning to hit is, planning to consume is this guy. Okay, and this will be my URI, and here it will ask us to add an exception. So I'm adding to the method signature itself, and this is nothing but my post. This is interesting. Okay, which is HTTP request dot BodyPublisher's dot off file. You see this, right? Off file. Here paths dot here paths dot yes get and the URI. Let me pass the path. So from here that file will be available, so you take from here, and here we need to add file not found exception in case that given file is not available. Okay, so this is that, and inside the file what kind of data we have? We have the plain text file, right? So for that purpose I need to tell my API what this is. Okay, so headers of content hyphen type, this is nothing but my text slash plain. This I can copy paste directly. Okay, okay, then the next component is HTTP client. Client is equal to HTTP client dot new HTTP client. Then the next component is HTTP response, right? So let's use that HTTP response. Let me take the response into the string format here. Response is equal to so here client dot send. So we are using the synchronous API, so I am using send method here. Okay, then I have request, then HTTP response dot we have body handlers dot offString. Okay, so we are getting this as part of a string here. Okay, and this send will we are going to add as part of method signature. Okay, now here response.body method we have it. This is going to return as a string. So let me change the return type of a method to string. Okay, yeah, cool. So what we did here, we have as part of HTTP request, we are using post method by passing the file. Okay, that's what we are doing. Okay, now let's go to the controller here, and let me create a controller. Let me copy paste this. Okay, so here body, post with body as text. Let me add from file. Okay, and create a method with the same name, and this is having the request body text. Let me keep file path as a variable name so that it will be more meaningful, and I think I need to change this. So where is that? Service dot file. Yeah, post from 1 second. Post with text body. Acha. Sorry. Post from with. Okay, post from file. Okay, let me rename this properly. Okay, like post from file as body, something like this. Okay, and let me add it here. Yeah, I think we are good to go. I think we can start our server directly here. Okay, in the meantime it starts, let me set up my postman properly. So my application is running at 9013 and this is my thing. Okay, now what I need to do is, where is my file? I need to take that path. Okay, right click, then there I can get that copy path. Here I have copied it and paste it here. Okay, now for Java to understand as part of Java, Windows, here we need to give 2 slashes so that our Java code will understand this path properly. So this is Windows, right? Slashes. If you are using Linux or Mac, that slashes will be backslashes like that. Okay, so now you could see here our server is started, so I can simply click on send. Here now you could see the data we are getting, right? Whatever presented in the input file. Okay, let me add something like this. Now click on send again. Now you could see we are getting everything, right? Yep, that's all from this tutorial, guys.